Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome everyone. Welcome to the session, the fourth day of our quick study of CSM with the Abbas session. And I warmly welcome Mr. Abbas as well as a co-host of this session. He joined. So I welcome him on board. So first of all, would like to have any question, any query, anything from yesterday or any previous study till now? कोई भी ऐसा पॉइंट, कोई ऐसी चीज जो आप शेयर करना चाहें, पूछना चाहें, ऐड करना चाहें?
नो सर।
एनीथिंग?
सर जो है वो
नहीं, आवाज आपकी ब्रेक हो रही है, आवाज आपकी नहीं आ रही। पहले देखते हैं, अगर आप आवाज मुझे नहीं आई, अगर सवाल हो तो पूछ लीजिएगा, हो सकता है पॉसिबिलिटी है, वैसे जस्ट माइक ऑन हो गया हो। बहरहाल, anyhow, let us go further for the time being. So we will talk about platform units today, inshallah, 2.4.3 with the references of CSM. So we will talk about 2.4.3. A scaffold platform unit shall be solid sawwood plank, laminated vinyl lumber, what we call LVL planks, fabricated planks, or fabricated platform. So in planks, we know the planks they are. In platform, normally we refer to the units they are with hook or any other type of engagement, a fabricated one which is easily fixed on the transoms or barriers. They can be a bit wider than the planks, normal plank size. See figure 2.9, we'll look at that. All recommendations by the platform unit manufacturer or the lumber grading association or inspection agency shall be followed. Once again, the shall means the 100% compliance. Wherever the word shall comes, whatever is required, we have to go with that with 100% compliance and fulfill that thing as it is mentioned. So this is a picture we have. Laminated vinyl plank, they are engineered plank, other words synthetic. A common I have in my database a picture, but I was unable to find it timely. They are layer over layers, a common indication. So when you will look at them, and if they are somewhere damaged, you will find layer over layer. ऊपर नीचे की परतें या तहें जो है वो होती हैं। तो इस तरह की ये इंजीनियर्ड जो है वो मटेरियल है या वुड है। सॉलिड सॉनवुड प्लैंक, सिंपल आम कटी हुई, मतलब डायरेक्टली कोई लकड़ी काट के जो बनाई हुई है, सिंथेटिक कोई है उसके साथ और कोई इस तरह का इंजीनियरिंग प्रोसेस नहीं हुआ। डेक्स, fabricated scaffold decks, they can be wooden like this one here. This one, the inner section can be wooden. This one is metallic, and it can be a metal scaffold plank. This is a metal scaffold plank.
120, 150.
Okay. Next thing we have. Now here, if you can see, hopefully you are clearly, you are able to see, other than the damaged one, you can see the layers. ठीक है ना, ऊपर नीचे आपको लेयर्स नजर आ रही होंगी इस पिक्चर में, अभी ये जो मैग्नीफाई किया हुआ इसमें भी ये लेयर्स आइडेंटिफिकेशन होती है, और अगर ये कहीं पे डैमेज हो तो फिर बड़ी क्लियर ये ऊपर नीचे नजर आती हैं लेयर्स, मतलब अलग अलग नजर तो खैर अभी भी आ रही हैं। इट्स मीन इट्स ए लेमिनेटेड विनर लंबर प्लैंक, एलवीएल प्लैंक। सॉलिड सा वुड में जो होता है फिर वो वुडन टेक्सचर होता है, वो हमें इजीली उसका अंदाजा हो जाता है। सॉलिड सा वुड प्लैंक शेल बी ऑफ सॉलिड सान टिम्बर, हम जो हमारी लकड़ी होगी, and shall be 2 into 10 inches nominal. Again, nominal, a rough cut size, can be minor up down. 2 into 9 inches rough. Nominal in this wooden pattern, this is initial cut by the saw. And rough cut again, it's real close to the final stage, okay, where there is no finishing, but still it is near to the finishing. Or it can be a 38 mm into 225. Basic will be final after any type of what we can say labeling, smoothing, or any other such action. जो final touch up दे के जो plank बचता है वो size. So that can be a 38 mm into 225 or 50 mm into 2.25 mm. Basic mean full final जो हमारे पास उसका आएगा तैयार चीज, रेडीमेड, ready to be used. Okay. So we can have, this is one of the stamp we will talk about in the next section, then we will come back to the picture. Okay. I just checked it, but unfortunately it again comes over the screen. Okay. Okay, screen is visible.
Yes, sir. Yes. Yes.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
third point. Okay, thank you. Third point is solid sawn wood scaffold plank shall be a scaffold plank graded or scaffold plank grade, and shall be certified by and bear the grade stamp of the West Coast Lumber Inspection Bureau, WCLIB. डेफिनेटली अब वहाँ के लिए होगा, अगर यहाँ पे लोकल कोई वुड अगर होगी तो उस पर किसी लोकल एजेंसी का होगा, लेकिन even the local one or any other one have to be to same standard, I can say. Or it can have the stamp of Southern Pine Inspection Bureau, SPIB, or other lumber grade agencies approved by the American Lumber Standard Committee. See certified agencies and typical grade stamps published by the American Lumber Standard Committee. So that's the reference for the standard. And the sawn wood, the wooden plank. Now here you can see a stamp, WCLB, West Coast Lumber Inspection Bureau. Its marking is here. Mill reference, mill number 785. Two usually in their pattern, the two is referred to scaffold plank. And some other things are written below as well. So this is what they are referring to, a wooden a stamp or a wooden plank, scaffold plank. Here we have another one. So red plank, this is product identification, proof tested, scaffold plank. This is the proof tested confirmation, the factory load tested of each piece, load tested plank. Then it's the mill number. Then OSHA word is also required, means that it is under the guidance or to comply with the requirement of 29 CFR 1926.451, 451 we can say. Okay, made in USA, the date, I think it will be 1 January 3, 2010, approximate. Yeah. Then they are usually sealed or a type of paint, so the plank will not get the moisture. So this how we will look at any wooden planks stem. In wooden plank texture, you can see the natural wood indications are there as well. Here. Okay, further we have D section LVL scaffold plank shall meet the following requirements. So before 1 or 2, they were the scaffold requirements. And now we have the requirements of okay. Okay, if you have such question, you can ask because usually okay, now I put it in front. It was at side. Point B. Okay, point B. Okay. This point B refer to the size of planks, solid sawwood size. It can be 2 into 10 inches nominal. Nominal means roughly in initial they cut for 2 into 10 inches. Saw cut. Okay. So initial cut. So this word is usually referred to nominal. Rough means that they cut it according to 38-25, exactly keeping the exact margin, but still the finishing is not there. Once the finishing will be, maybe they will be a little bit less in the dimension, maybe they will remain same. Okay. Similarly, the second one, it says, okay, the 2 into 9 inches rough and 38 into 225 basic. Basic is the ready-made sign. Ready-made means the final touch-up. After the final touch-up, final product after finishing, that is 38 mm into 20 to 25 mm. Okay. So this how they describe the sizes. Clear? Is it clear? Simple 2-3 size they give us. Mm again, you can multiply how many mm into 1 inch into 225. So in that it will be 1.5 approximately. It will be approximate 2 inches, 50 mm. Okay. This is the size we are going to talk about. Clear or any further? They are minor final.
Yes,
You
sir,
can
now
see
clear.
even if we take the same plank 2 into 10, when it will be roughly cutted or first initial cut, then after minor adjustment, it will be again same to the 10. means the sides are lashed or a little bit clear. And when it will be finished, a little bit less. 225 goes a little bit more than 8.5, but less than 9. Okay. Okay. Now we will look at the LVL scaffold planks. अच्छा जी कोई असल में चूंकि बेसिक हमारी जुबान अब इंग्लिश है भी नहीं है, तो अगर कोई चीज आपको उस तरह समझ ना आए तो आप पूछे, मैं कोशिश करूंगा उर्दू में। गो कि उर्दू कौमी जुबान है, मादरी तो नहीं है, लेकिन फिर भी कोशिश करूंगा उर्दू में चल जाए। ठीक है जी, आगे चलते हैं। एलवीएल LVL plank. Okay. Mr. Co-host, kindly admit the candidate. Co-host, hopefully you are there. I think our co-host is not here at the time. Yes, Mr. Abbas, are you there? Okay.
Yes, sir. Continue, please.
Okay. I was looking for my co-host. I miss him.
Heavy.
Anyhow, it's the first day, so maybe he has some other engagements as well. LVL plank. So LVL plank shall measure at least 38 mm into 30 mm width is 1.5 inch thick and at least 225 mm, that is 9 inches, almost 9 inches wide. So this criteria goes to LVL plank. So LVL plank should be of this size. Each LVL scaffold plank shall be permanently stamped or embossed. Okay, permanently stamped, accepted, embossed as well, along at least one edge with the following. What these followings are: registered product mark or brand that it belongs to, means the manufacturer, in conjunction with a published specification, clearly identifies that allowable LVL plank span, how much it can handle or it can work with, name or mark of the product certification body, uh, the words proof tested, scaffold plank, and OSHA. And fourth one is month and year of manufacturing. So this is the information at least should be there. Okay. So further, this is example. Let me use the. You can see a max span 1.8 meter. Max span 1.8 meter. And for the meter, the date it is showing 9, mean the month 9 and of 2021. AS1577 LVL plank. That's I think the grade. Load to 10 kg max. In a span, it will go for LVL timber plank. Okay. So this is how the stamp should be there. Let us watch and look at another picture. Okay, that's the picture we have. Proof tested, again, it will be written on the side. Proof tested load. Is it visible here? It's not visible in this. But this picture I have selected because of these span and those things they are visible. Those they are having side exposure. Hopefully you can verify them tomorrow on the sides as well. Still, if you have any question, just wrote down. We will discuss that as well, inshallah. LVL scaffold plank shall have allowable span at least 1 point. Now, what is span? Anyone, how we will say the span? What is span? We refer with the span the distance between. For example, if we have these two transoms, this is what our transom are the barrier, and we put a plank here. Now the gap between two supports under the plank, this is what we refer to span. Okay? फासला, दो जो सपोर्ट्स होंगी, मतलब दो जो ट्रांसम या बैरियर किसी फट्टे को प्लैंक को सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं, उनके दरमियान का फासला और मैक्सिमम फासला. डेफिनेटली वी कैन बी लेस देन दैट. जैसे हमारी लोड कैपेसिटी हमें बढ़ानी होती है, लोड रेटिंग स्कैफोल्ड की बढ़ानी होती है, as we have to increase load rating, these gaps along with the standards, we are reducing these gaps. But here for the plank maximum it can be 6 feet. I think this will come somewhere again for the offshore as well, that is a bit less than that, but for up to that 1.8 meters 6 feet, the maximum distance between these points, for LVL plank, 1.8 meter. Scaffold plank shall have an allowable span at least. Okay. So it's mean that they should at least support this. Less than that can be, but at least this much span can be provided. For the 3-man concentrated load case shown in the figure 2.10. Allowable span for the other concentration load cases in 2.10 shall also be provided by the manufacturer. Allowable span shall be determined in accordance with 29 CFR OSHA 1926.451 and 1926 subpart L appendix A. Again, that's related to scaffold. Now let us see this diagram, what it says. So here we have the diagram. Figure 2.10, concentrated load case for the platform units. It will come for others, but at the time we are discussing it with the reference of LEL. So with the reference of LVL plank. 3-man concentrated load. At least this span, if it hold more than better, it can, but at least 1.8 meter distance where 3 persons can stand. Let us consider as persons, 3 persons, they can stand in this direction, in this way. Concentrated load. Before we use the word distributed load. Fully over the area. Again, this distribution does not mean that a human will lay down. Aadmi letega to nahi, definitely. But here, concentrated load of 3 people, 1.8 maximum span, 18-inch gap between 2 people. If 3 people can stay there, and it will support that. There is another criteria in the next slide. We will discuss that. But at least with 3 people can stay there. Or again, the person will be of 110 kg. 110 kg. 100% normally the person is referred, and 10 kg somewhere they referred for the tools. Or in the previous, we says that they are considering person 100 plus 20 for the tools. So 100, 110, but required overall weight will be this distribution. Overall ये 110 maximum, 110 के 3 आदमी, 18 इंच फासले पे एक दूसरे से. So this is what, and it should not deflect, or it should not have a the lowering or slipping from the edge. Okay. बस इसमें फ्लक्चुएशंस ही नहीं आनी चाहिए. एक लिमिट है, आगे हम देखते हैं, उस पर बात करते हैं. Second option is with 36-inch distance to each other if the person will stay. Okay, two people. Here the load will be more critical, we can say, or exactly in the center a person will stay. So it will, without any damage or flipping down or any other such showing any such abnormality, it is supposed to stay. Yes, anyone? Anything would you like to add or clarify?
सर ये
Yes, yes,
तो
sir.
इसका के 0 सितंबर 2021 ये तो एक्सपायर है ना. इसका डेट हमें कैसे पता चले कब तक होता है?
नहीं, मैं नहीं समझा. कैन यू रिपीट प्लीज?
यानी ये जो क्या नाम है जो 0 सितंबर 2021 जो उस पहले का हुआ था ना,
जी जी.
फोटो में जो LBL ब्लैंक पर VLL
That लिखी हुई.
210 kg मैक्स स्पैन 1.8 मीटर लिखा है. इसका मतलब समझाइए, अगर आपको मीडियम ड्यूटी इसका फुलिंग बनाना है तो ये ब्लैंक चलेगा कि नहीं?
मीडियम ड्यूटी में तो श्योरली ये चलेगा. यहाँ पे ये इंडिविजुअल प्लैंक की बात कर रहे हैं. अच्छा, आपका अगर सवाल पूरा हो गया तो म्यूट कर दीजिएगा. आपके पास थोड़ी बैकग्राउंड नॉइस भी है. यहाँ पे ये सिंगल फट्टे की बात कर रहे हैं. इंडिविजुअल फट्टा अगर हम उसे 6 फुट का स्पेन देते हैं, 6 फुट पे 2 पाइप डाल के उसके ऊपर एक फट्टा रखते हैं. प्लेटफॉर्म का नहीं कह रहे, ये एक फट्टे का सिंगल प्लैंक का कह रहे हैं, LVL का सिंगल प्लैंक. और उस पे 3 आदमी अगर खड़े हों जो 18-18 इंच एक दूसरे से फासला रख के खड़े होंगे, तो वो उसको सपोर्ट कर सके बगैर टूटे, बगैर ज्यादा नीचे जाए, बेंड हुए. ठीक है, बगैर बेंड होने की एक लिमिट है, उसमें भी हम बात करते हैं. बगैर बेंड हुए या बगैर टूटे 3 बंदे, ये जो पहली फॉर्मेशन है हमारे पास, काइंडली म्यूट रखिएगा. मिस्टर सईद, कैन यू म्यूट योरसेल्फ? ओके. तो ये हमारे पास जो पहली है फॉर्मेशन, 6 फुट पे इसको यहाँ से सपोर्ट दे रहे हैं, एक सिंगल LVL का फट्टा डाल रहे हैं और उस पे 3 आदमी, इस कंडीशन में 1 2 3 आदमी खड़े होते हैं और वो टूटता नहीं है, बेंड नहीं होता है. तो वो इतना, यानी उसको लोड बेयरिंग कैपेसिटी उसकी होनी चाहिए. तो ये सिंगल प्लैंक एक फट्टे के बारे में कह रहे हैं. ठीक है जी. जब हम प्लेटफॉर्म में यूज करते हैं तो डेफिनेटली साथ दूसरे फट्टे भी सपोर्ट कर रहे होते हैं. लेकिन इस सिचुएशन में बाई चांस अगर तीनों बंदे एक फट्टे पे आ गए और फट्टे इंडिविजुअल प्लैंक या सिंगल प्लैंक की इतनी कैपेसिटी ना हुई, तो फिर तो वो गया ना. तो इसलिए सिंगल की भी इतनी कैपेसिटी होगी ताकि वो प्लेटफॉर्म में लगे और वहां पे कोई रिस्क ऐड ना करे. ठीक है जी. क्लियर हुआ?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Clear.
ओके, थैंक यू. आगे चलते हैं जी. अलाउएबल स्पैन फॉर ईच कंसंट्रेटेड लोड कैश शैल बी कैलकुलेटेड फॉर ड्राई यूज. ठीक है जी. वेट एरिया के लिए नहीं है, ड्राई एरिया के लिए है ये. सिंगल स्पैन एप्लीकेशन यूजुअली अलाउइंग स्ट्रेंथ properties determined in accordance with the requirement of ANSI, American National Standard Institute, or American Society for Safety Engineer, A10.8 Appendix C. Calculation of allowable stress for wooden scaffold plank and the design deflection not exceed 1/60 of the span. Calculation shall use section properties based on the net cross section taking into account specified tolerance. ओके, सिंपली इसको हम दो चीजें इसमें देखते हैं। एक तो ये कह रहा है जी कैलकुलेशन होगी जी स्ट्रेस फॉर वुडन स्काफोल्ड प्लैंक and the design deflection not exceeding 1/60. तो इसका हम 1/60 लेंगे जी, 1/60 तो कितना आ जाएगा जी? असद भाई है हमारे पास, ये हमारे पास आ गया 12×6 = 72।
यस सर।
ठीक है जी, डिवाइडेड बाय 60 आ गया तो 1.2। अगर हिसाब मेरा ठीक है तो इसकी डिफ्लेक्शन 1.2 जो है उस इंच से ज्यादा नहीं होगी। अगर उससे ज्यादा ये नीचे बैठता है तो ये एक्सेप्टेबल नहीं है। अगर ये वुडन प्लैंक है तो उसका क्राइटेरिया वो ये दे रहे हैं। अगेन फर्दर इसकी डिस्क्रिप्शन इसमें आंसी या आंसी ASSE 10.8 में। ठीक है जी, सिंपल इसकी ये चीज हमने देखनी है, इससे ज्यादा डिफ्लेक्शन या झुकाव या बेंड होना उसमें ना आए। ठीक है जी,
यस सर।
आगे चलते हैं जी। डी पॉइंट कंटिन्यू अगेन in addition to other quality verification procedures normally used by the manufacturer, LVL scaffold blank shall be individually proof tested। ठीक है जी, वो पे लिखा हुआ भी हमने पिक्चर में भी देखा था, इंडिविजुअल प्रूफ टेस्टेड। तो हर एक यानी प्लैंक टेस्ट होके आता है। अगेन वो यील्ड स्ट्रेस से कम लोड डालेंगे डेफिनेटली। अगर यील्ड डाल देते हैं या यील्ड स्ट्रेस जो आप कह सकते हैं उस पर, तो फिर वो अगर उसमें डिफॉर्मेशन आ जाती है तो ये रिवर्स नहीं होगी। बहरहाल कोई जो भी इसका टेक्निकल मैक्सिमम अलाउएबल लोड होगा टेस्टिंग के लिए, वो वाली बात ना होना कि वो शायद आपने सुना हो। आजकल तो खैर नौजवानों के पास वो सुनने की नहीं, देखने वाली सहूलत है। हमारे वक्त में सुनने वाली बातें होती थी तो वो फिर कंबाइन होती थी। बाप ने बेटे को कहा कि माचिस ले आना दुकान से और चेक कर लेना। घर पहुंच के पूछा माचिस लाई थी, चेक की थी, कहा हाँ वो चेक की थी, उसकी सारी तीलियां जलती हैं। तो वो हमने जलानी नहीं है, एक हद तक चेक करनी है कि बस मसाला लगा हुआ। अगर किसी को समझ नहीं आया तो फिर ट्रांसलेट किया जा सकता है। Okay, planks shall be individually proof tested and their rigidity monitored to verify the strength and rigidity claimed as the basis of determination of allowable span। ठीक है जी, जो भी allowable span उसको दिए उसकी डिटरमिन करने के लिए, कंफर्मेशन के लिए। टेस्ट प्रोसीजर एंड acceptance criteria shall be approved by the quality certification body or grading and inspection agency and shall form part of the basis of product certification। मीन्स जो भी इसमें इस तरह के टेस्ट वगैरह होंगे वो कोई भी सर्टिफिकेशन बॉडी होगी, जो इंस्पेक्शन बॉडी होगी या क्वालिटी एश्योरेंस का जो भी उनकी जिसकी भी वो क्लेम कर रहे हैं डेफिनेटली, उनकी तरफ से भी ये विटनेस्ड होगी या प्रूफ्ड होगी। और दैट विल बी द पार्ट ऑफ द सर्टिफिकेट। क्वालिटी एश्योरेंस टेस्टिंग, individual plate testing, all these things are to be reflected in the proof testing certificate or the certification documentation of that plank। आगे चलते हैं जी। LVL scaffold plank shall be quality certified by an independent third party products certification, grading or inspection agency as suitable for use as a scaffold plank in exterior wet use। LVL चूंकि लकड़ी का एक अलग फिनोमेना है, when it become wet it swallows, it behave in a abnormal way we can say, or उस केस में एक्स्ट्रा लोड और इस तरह की चीजें, उसकी डिफॉर्मेशन लकड़ी की प्लैंक की हो सकती है। सो आउटडोर के लिए एलवीएल प्रेफर्ड है, लेकिन अगेन हैव टू बी थर्ड पार्टी सर्टिफाइड टू बी यूज्ड एज एलवीएल, मींस आउटडोर, quality certified by an independent third party product certification, grading or inspection agency. Here they also said for approved by the quality certification body or grading inspection agency. Okay. So it's mean that agency will not be their own internal, their internal should not be, or any sister company like that. These things are unethical. So plank and exterior wet use, weather exposed applications and for compliance with the requirement of this chapter. Okay. Weather exposed or outdoor use, and they have to comply with this chapter of CSM. Next, what we have, 243. Again, same it is. E point, relevant test report, certificates, etc. for plank shall be immediately made available to SA upon request. So here हमको की requirement के लिए वो चीजें होनी चाहिए. Initially, we submit them with the plans and so on, and later on we have to keep with us. So anytime if they want to verify, ask for anything, they can be. And these certificates or these things must have a traceability, means they belong to which load. Otherwise, a lot of material we use in some cases, so traceability should be there. Scaffold plank shall conform to the following figure 211. Okay, following according to the figure 211, let us see what it says. Plank ends shall not be split more than 25 mm 1 inch without metal band. Even with metal bending, plank and shall not be split more than 300 mm or 12 inches. Second one, it says plank shall not be twisted end to end or curled from side to side more than 13 mm, that is half inch. अच्छा, ये हमारे पास अगेन दो चीजें आ गई. एक तो इसने कहा जी स्प्लिटेड ना हो, स्प्लिटेड ना हो. ये अब देखें, ये कह रहा है, पता नहीं कितना कह रहा है इसको, 12. ये एक इसमें कट पड़ा हुआ है, कट या दरार पड़ी हुई है इसमें. तो ये 12 इंच से ज्यादा नहीं हो सकती. और 12 इंच तब होगी जब इस पे हम यहाँ मेटल का एक स्पेसिफिक एक बैंडेज सी होती है, इस साइड पे मतलब पूरी लग जाएगी. ठीक है, ये साइड पे पूरी लग जाएगी, थोड़ा आगे तक जाती है, वो बैंडेज लगी हुई है मेटल की. तो फिर 12 इंच तक ये फटा हुआ एक्सेप्टेबल है, लेकिन उसके बावजूद 12 इंच से ज्यादा फटा हुआ नहीं होगा. और इन केस बैंडेज नहीं लगी हुई तो मैक्सिमम ये दरार जो है वो 1 इंच, आधी इंच. पता नहीं मुझे क्यों लग रहा है किसी दौर में ये 1 इंच था. 13 mm आधी इंच से ज्यादा नहीं होगी, यहां से इसका आधी इंच से ज्यादा नहीं होगी. अगर मेटल लगा हुआ है स्ट्रैप तो फिर ज्यादा हो सकती है. दूसरी चीज हमने कहा क्या थी जी, कर्ड फ्रॉम साइड टू, नहीं 1 इंच है. ठीक 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 ठीक, ओके, लेट मी करेक्ट इट. 1 इंच है यहाँ, ये भी पड़ा था कि दूर नहीं पड़ा. तो अगर बगैर स्ट्रैप के होगा तो ये 12 इंच, और अगर बगैर स्ट्रैप के होगा तो ये 1 इंच से ज्यादा नहीं होगा, और अगर विद स्ट्रैप होगा तो ये 12 इंच से ज्यादा नहीं होगा. और ये जो इसकी बेंडिंग है, ये बेंडिंग है ना, ये देखें, ये कर्व्ड है, कर्व्ड मतलब गुलाई नुमा. तो ये एज टू एज जितना भी उठेगा यहाँ सेंटर 13 mm से ज्यादा नहीं होगा. यानी यूं जो ये बेंड हो जाएगा, कर्ल्ड हो जाएगा, कर्लिंग इसकी वो स्ट्रेट लाइन और फिर आधी इंच, इससे आगे नहीं जाएगा. या अगर ये ट्विस्टेड है, ट्विस्ट कहाँ पे हो सकता है, ये एड, ओके अब्बास, ये एज इस एज से, बोथ एज फ्रॉम ईच अदर, और दिस साइड टूवर्ड्स दिस साइड। ये स्ट्रेट हो गया, और ट्विस्टेड में ये होगा कि एक कोना थोड़ा ऊपर को है, एक कोना थोड़ा नीचे को है। ये फ्रॉम द ईच साइड, मतलब अगर हम इसको यूं कह लें, ए बी, या ए बी अगेंस्ट सी डी, चारों कोनों से या दो कोनों से किसी तरफ से भी आधी इंच से ज्यादा इसमें ट्विस्ट नहीं होगा। ठीक है जी। एनी क्वेश्चन? Okay, in that case, we will take a short break of 5 minutes, and then inshallah we will come back. तो टाइमर में लगा देता हूँ 5 मिनट का, फिर हम इंशाल्लाह दोबारा आते
Okay, sir.
हैं। Hey, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Hopefully everyone is back.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you
Yes,
for
sir.
confirmation. Let us begin, or let us resume. Okay. Okay. So the next point we are going to talk about is G. Planks shall be inspected for defects, including damage, decay, warping, prior to each use, before every use. Planks that are split, warped, twisted more than allowed in section 243 as F, as we discussed, saw cut, drilled, worn, decayed, broken, or damaged shall not be used. Any type of damage or deformity, weakness, sign of weakness, that plank we will not use. However, the defective parts shall be cut off to produce shorter planks. In this case, the cut end of solid saw plank shall be bended. वही जो हमने मेटल की बात की, अगर हम उसको आरी से काटेंगे तो फिर उसपे बैंडेज लगा देंगे, वो मेटल का बैंड लगा देंगे. But make sure, if allowed by manufacturer, or otherwise we will not use them as load bearing. Commonly such in practice, I'm not saying to make it it's a good practice, but just in a practice that such minor damage planks people like, especially the 9-inch planks, they use in the toe board. So at least the 4 inches are okay to go, and it means they are wet, normal, and little bit there is if cut or something, they use them there. Okay, these are some, again, worn, split, warped, mean the curved one, twisted, broken, okay, and damaged hoops. We have discussed these things before as well. This is what metal bandage looks like. So here it seems like they have nailed. So normally it seems like nailing is normally not allowed. So this type of other staples, like these are the staples, means the sharp edges are there, so they are just stuck in the plank. Better not to be nailed like that, because nail is not allowed in planks. Planks shall not be stood on end unintended. Means unintended without someone when we are not dealing with them. And stood on end mean this vertical position. MashaAllah, you reached to room, Mr. Slaudi?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. So, like them, just we cannot leave them standing. Planks shall be properly stacked off the ground and on a suitable foundation, where the height of the stack exceeds 20 planks. Steps shall be taken to tie or bound succeeding layers. 20 planks, one over the other. मतलब ये आप देख सकते हैं पॉसिबली ये 20 होंगे 12 suitable way means they have a proper bundle able to lift it by we can say if a 7 ton 10 ton bigger forklift is there maybe it will able to lift it. 4 planks they are one above other 20 on the 20 stake they are bundled and again with relative supports. So they are above grounds and reasonable support, so they will not bend under their own load. And these stakes, if they are not too high, that's better. But still, if they will go, the load will come on these things, but we have to still look further down. As it will be lower, more load they are going to have. Scaffold planks shall not be used as concrete forms, excavation shoring, or as sills for scaffold. Any one of you have seen scaffold planks used as shoring or shoring support members?
Yes, sir. I saw some companies workers they are using.
Some companies
Not
they
this project, another project.
yes. Anyone else have seen scaffold planks as shoring?
No, sir.
That's good.
No, sir.
So they are not allowed to be used as shoring. Whatever they are, steel or wooden, they should not be. It's a basic, and you can see here again the word shall comes. Scaffold planks shall not be used. So regardless of either they are wooden or the steel, because everything is designed for a specific purpose. We cannot violate them. Someone can. It should not be at any case. Requirements, okay, now we completed 2.4 and our daily target, we have 2.5 to go with today, inshallah. Yes, we have 2.51 and 2, we will discuss as well, inshallah. And 2.53 maybe, but let us see. Requirements common to all scaffold. Now our discussion will be bit changed or in the next stage before we talked about the material, which is definitely base. We have to know about the material. We have to know about the inspection criteria, the other requirements, specification inspection. Now we will look for the erection of scaffold. And first we will go with the general requirements. Every access scaffold and scaffold component shall be capable of supporting without failure its own weight, what we refer to dead weight, dead load or dead weight, and at least 4 times the maximum intended load, live load, applied or transmitted to it. Okay. Applied or transmitted seems like same, but technically they are a bit different approaches for the load, but we will consider them. And anyhow, the load comes over the scaffold component or platform overall, whatever. Transmitted to it, that is D plus 4L. Live load 4 times plus the dead weight. Self weight of platform unit, including planks, may be considered as dead load. We consider it as dead load because we calculate the load of everything. Okay. It says that scaffold, excess scaffold and its component. Okay. Excess scaffold mean for the material which is made, for the people access which is made, not solely to support anything like to rig load. Okay. For example, we make a scaffold frame to put a chain block and lift load with that. No, we are not talking about that. Access where people will go over the scaffold, then maybe they will just cross or they will work over there with their tools and materials. So whatever that expected construction load, human being, this is what our live load and dead load, the overall load of the components and everything. Okay. So this is for every component and whatever expected come over that. What else it says? Post standard shall be capable of supporting without failure 4 times all gravity loads. Standard, the post we okay, standard post when it will be in vertical. So in a sense, it is compression load because when the grip will be there, it is compressing it down. Otherwise, compression will be at the end. But in a sense, it will be, we can say shear load, but it will be a compressed type from everywhere it is dragged down. So capable of supporting without failure. Failure means any type of deformation, any type of abnormality, bending, cracking, any type of thing. Without failure, changing shape. Without failure, 4 times all gravity load, whatever will be the live load, dead load, platform load, couplers load, they are going to be on that scaffold pole and it must withstand against 4 times of that load plus the dead load, 4 times of the light load and all these materials load. The latest Saudi Aramco scaffolding structural design criteria available from the Loss Prevention Department Technical Services Unit shall be used for structural design of scaffold. Yeah, structural mean the columns, okay, whatever they will come about, okay, the frames and so on, the load about them, which designs style we are going to. So this scaffold structural design criteria will provide information about that loss prevention to the loss prevention department. Scaffold shall have a specified load rating, not a general use that whatever load can be, corresponding to the maximum intended load. Okay. In correspondence or with reference to, with relation to what maximum load is expected over that scaffold, according to those that intended load of light duty, medium duty, or special duty. And we know that special duty scaffold is a special scaffold. For design, that live load shall be taken as the scaffold load rating. When we are going to design again the distance between post to post in facade transverse or in longitudinal facade or transverse, board barriers, board span, whatever these gaps are. So they are to be considered according to the live load that will be applied on the platform or overall on the scaffold, according to light duty and medium. Light duty scaffold shall be designed and rated for 120 kg per square meter, 1.2 Newton per square meter, we can say, 25 pounds per square foot. Medium duty scaffold shall be designed and rated for 240 kilograms per square meter to 14 kilonewtons per square meter and 50 pounds per square meter. Figure 2.1, 2.13. We will look at that. We have looked at that, the tags, the two pictures of the tags. They are usually at that holder, red tag scaffold holder at the back. This is what we contain, or the diagram is. Special duty scaffold are designed and rated for more than 240 kg per square meter, 2.24 kilonewton or 50 pounds per square meter. More than that load, if they are going to handle more than 240, that will be a special scaffold. Anyone, this load rating will be how? Distributed load or a concentrated load, pointed load? When we are saying this to 120 or 240 kg, what the word we use for this is, it says a distributed load over a platform. For example, we are not looking for height, as the dimension is 1 meter into 1 meter. If it is a scaffold platform, maximum distributed load, okay, maximum distributed load over this platform, if it is 120 kg per meter square, it is a light duty. If it is designed to hold up to 240 kg distributed load over the platform, that will be a medium duty scaffold. If it is meter by meter span is designed to hold the load greater than this. This meter by meter, remember, it's not that we always make 1 meter. Scaffold longitudinal and transverse directions are different. But overall, when we calculate a meter square, so more than 240 will be special duty. Yes, any question? Clear?
Clear.
Thank you. Moving further. Scaffolds and scaffold components shall not be loaded in excess of their load rating, whatever their load rating is, which shall be noted on the scaffold tag. Okay. Scaffold and scaffold components. Okay, scaffold or component. When we are saying scaffold, mean we are and the load rating, we are talking about the load over the platform. Okay, but anyhow, they says that scaffold or scaffold component, even individual component, whatever is the safe working load, we are not going to exceed that load. Scaffold and component shall not be loaded in excess of their load rating, which shall be noted on the scaffold tag. We will inshallah look at the tags as well. This is what we write on the tag. 120 kg means the medium, light, medium, or special. They just tick, is it a tick mark, check mark, that it is which category? For the special, it should be written. It should be written. So the user must know what load it can support. The G point, the maximum allowable span for fabricated metal planks. Now we are talking about metal planks and fabricated metal platform with the hooks and so on. Shall be determined by the manufacturer. He will say what they can handle and shall be the shortest simple span required to support, whatever the least shortest span. Without failure, the platform unit's own weight and at least 4 times the one where I was, the platform unit's own weight and at least 4 times the 1 man and 2 man concentrated load cases shown. So now we are not talking about 3 men. So it says that without failure, the platform unit own weight and at least 4 times of the 1 man. Means the person is there, but the load capacity of the platform will be its own weight, the platform weight, and the 4 times of the 4 people, we can say, if they stand there, it must stand against. This is what simply we can say. 1 man or 2 men. If 4 into 4 men, okay, 4 and 4 standing here, this much load if will be there, it will must withstand without failure. Failure mean again they will go beyond yield stress or plastic effect, that they cannot back to their original condition. Now this is for the fabricated plank. The maximum span for fabricated plank and fabricated platform shall also not be less than what is required to support without failure the platform unit on weight and at least 4 times the light duty, medium duty or special duty uniformly distributed load as specified as applicable given the scaffold load rating. These uniformly okay. So also it said, okay, we said that 4 times of one person's in the center or 36 inches with the gap, two people, means the 4 times of two people with 30-inch, 4-inch. This is from individual plank required, but at the same time, they shall also be able to support when they are in the part of platform, or if it is fabricated deck, fabricated platform, maybe it's 1 meter wide, standalone 1 meter. So when it comes to load rating, they must be able to support that load rating distributed 120 kg per square meter as well as an individual and in a platform as well. Okay. So again, when they are used as a platform, the load capacity should not be compromised. ठीक है जी, 1-2 पॉइंट क्लियर हुए? कोई सवाल जी एफ जी में इससे पहले भी अगर है तो, या एफ में जी में?
नहीं है सर।
मिस्टर सईद साहब एलेबोरेट कर सकते हैं आप जी पॉइंट को?
नहीं है कोई क्वेश्चन सर अभी तक, क्योंकि मैं तो अभी हाफ में आया हूँ, बहुत सारी चीजें मैं मिस कर चुका हूँ, हमारे से लेट आ जाते हैं।
वो आपने बताया था, यहाँ एक और सईद साहब थे, उनसे मैं मुखातिब हुआ था, पता नहीं वो इस वक्त कहाँ है। बहरहाल थैंक यू फॉर योर रिस्पॉन्स। एक और कोई सईद साहब थे, चले 1-2 आदमी शॉर्ट है शायद। चलिए ठीक है, हम फर्दर चलते हैं जी। So we talked about H, maximum load. Okay. The maximum deflection for all type of platform units, all type of platform. For the wooden, we have talked before as well. So now we are going to talk for all types of platform unit, including fabricated planks, solid sawwood, LVL, shall not exceed 1/60th of the span length when supporting any of the unfactored. Unfactored, again, whatever we are saying, we are talking about that, not assumed load. Okay, whatever the load will come over that. Support any of the unfactored concentrated load case shown in the 2.10 or the unfactored light duty, medium duty, or special duty uniformly distributed load excluding the platform unit self load. उसका अपना self load हम यहाँ से निकाल देंगे. We just exclude the platform self load, and again they should be able to, type of platform unit shall not exceed 1/60. तो अगर हम इसको, पहले हमने कुछ इसकी कैलकुलेशन की थी, let us make it simple. अगर ये 1.8 मीटर 6 फुट हो गया जी, 572 72 इंचेस, वही हमने कहा था 1.2 इंच अप्रोक्सीमेटली। यहाँ सेंटर से 1.2 इंच, ठीक है, यूँ थोड़ा अगर इसको यूँ करें तो यूँ आ जाएगा, कुछ इस तरह आ जाएगा। अगर ये लोड पड़ता है तो यहाँ सेंटर से 1.2 इंच से ज्यादा नीचे न बैठे, नीचे न झुके, और शुड नॉट गो डाउन। ओके, so this is what it refers to. Span length over 1/60th of span length. 1/60 60वां हिस्सा। अगर 60 इंच है तो 1 इंच से ज्यादा उसमें सेग या झुकाव नहीं आना चाहिए। यानी कोई भी इनमें से।
यानी सर फॉर एग्जाम्पल,
जी सलाउद्दीन साहब।
जी जी सर, फॉर एग्जाम्पल तो यानी सेंटर में बंदा खड़ा होगा।
हाँ, ये अभी चले हमने कहा कि अगर ये है, कितना हमने कहा कि 72 इंच है, 72 इंचेस, तो 1/60 ऑफ 72 अप्रोक्सीमेटली ये 1 इंच आ जाएगा, 1.2 इंच आ जाएगा। ठीक है जी, 72 को
जी
अगर 60 से तकसीम करें तो ये बंदा अगर यहाँ पे सेंटर पे खड़ा हुआ और ये नीचे की तरफ, तो
जी
कुछ ना कुछ तो झुकेगा, वो कुछ ना कुछ 1.2 इंच से ज्यादा नहीं होना चाहिए। क्योंकि जाहिर है जब झुकेगा ये लंबा तो नहीं होता ना, इट्स नॉट एलोंगेटिंग, द लेंथ रिमेन सेम, जस्ट इट इज बेंडिंग। सो एज क्या होगा, एज अंदर की तरफ आएगा। मसलन अगर इसकी इतनी लेंथ है तो इसके लोड से इसकी लेंथ बढ़ेगी तो नहीं, तो ये लेंथ नीचे की तरफ आएगी। तो साइड की सपोर्ट से
ओके
पहले अगर ये 2-2 इंच वायर है, हम देखेंगे एटलीस्ट कितना होना चाहिए। तो ये जैसे ही नीचे आएगा तो ये 1-1 इंच वायर हो जाएगा, थोड़ा और नीचे आएगा तो यहाँ से स्लिप आउट हो जाएगा, तो प्लेटफॉर्म फेलियर हो जाएगा। द थिंग विल नॉट बी एबल टू गिव वे। ठीक है, वो उसको
ओके
लोड को रास्ता दे देगी, ये लोड को नहीं संभाल सकेगी। तो इसलिए इसकी कैलकुलेशन हम देखते हैं कि दे शुड नॉट बेंड मोर देन 160। अगेन इलास्टिक इफेक्ट यहाँ पे क्रॉस नहीं होगा, वो जैसे ही लोड हटेगा वो दोबारा स्ट्रेट हो जाएगा। ठीक है जी, किसी भी प्लेटफॉर्म
ओके
यूनिट के
सर।
लिए ये लाजमी है। इन सारी, इन्होंने कोई एक के दो का नहीं कहा, इन सारी फॉर्मेशंस में कोई भी लोड तकसीम होगा तो इन सारी फॉर्मेशंस में यही हो। ठीक हो गया जी।
जी सर, जी जी
ओके, मूविंग फर्दर, 252 फाउंडेशंस। 252 फाउंडेशन एक, टाइम क्या हो गया जी? टाइम हमारे पास थोड़ा रह गया मेरा ख्याल है।
9:46 सर, 9:46।
चले, थोड़ा सा कंटिन्यू करते हैं फिर देखते हैं फाउंडेशंस। ओके, फाउंडेशंस में क्या आएगा जी? स्काफोल्ड फाउंडेशन shall be sound, rigid and capable of carrying the scaffold self load, self weight plus the maximum intended load. Here we are not saying 4 times, because that four, bismillah, 4 times we are keeping it as a safety factor. Safety factor we can say. So any, like live load, when he will put foot or he will move, maybe sometime he will jump. Unfortunately, people sometime, like we people do such things, sometime can be droppage of the load, so can be impact or the jerk load. So therefore we are keeping 4 times. But here, because it's directly on the ground, so we are saying total load as a whole, the load. So the ground or foundation, wherever it is going, it should support that one without settling or displacement. Okay? If it's a tile, like if we put load, it is going sliding here, there, this is what we are referring displacement. Ground or wherever it is going, it should not displace or settling goes down. ना इधर उधर खिसकेगी ना बैठेगी। Unstable objects such as barriers, boxes, loose bricks, or concrete blocks shall not be used to support scaffold. Uh, okay, support scaffolds, planks, or timber sills. Okay. Means that base plate or the tube or the sole board should not cover any loose items. See figure 214, this is what they are referring. Like here's a drum. Okay, barrel cannot be, brick, block, board, it can break down. So I would like to give me observation here. Anyone? Will appreciate if we are more than one, if we have more than one response. Anyone can give observation other than the base plates and coupler, they are there. The scaffold observation. And here in the first one, the first which is visible more. Okay, make it more simple related to the base plate. Yes. I will appreciate your response, whatever it can be. Can make it a little bit more visible, or let me change the picture. You can see this base area. Here we are referring to. Now,
ये बेस प्लेट नीचे पड़े हुए हैं ना और प्लैंक पड़े हुए हैं।
नहीं उनको छोड़ दें, वो बेस
जी।
प्लेट बेस सपोर्ट से रिलेटेड।
सर एकदम ग्राउंड पे ले रहा है, 6 इंचेस का गैप देना है।
6 इंच का किक लिफ्ट को दिया हुआ है, वो थोड़ा बहुत माइनर अप डाउन, वो वैसे हम उसको चेंज पे रखते हैं। चले थोड़े
और
से कुछ
सपोर्ट हो रहा है
सेकंड।
सर, सपोर्ट वॉल को सपोर्ट हो रहा है, वॉल पे सपोर्ट हो रहा है।
एप्रिशिएटेड एप्रिशिएटेड एप्रिशिएटेड। ये आप देख सकते हैं, ये वॉल पे सपोर्टेड है और इसकी बेस प्लेट से ये बैठी हुई नहीं है। अब दिस इज ए प्योर एग्जांपल ऑफ अनस्टेबल और इनएप्रोप्रिएट फाउंडेशन। ठीक है, ये आप देख सकते हैं, ये वहां पे सपोर्ट है, जो भी फाउंडेशन है उस पे, और यहाँ से गैप है। तो ये सपोर्ट जो है ये ठीक नहीं है, मतलब इट्स नॉट सपोर्ट। आइदर यू आर सेइंग फॉर दिस बैरल, ओके, बट दिस इज एक्चुअल थिंग्स व्हिच मैटर्स आल्सो। ये सपोर्ट अब इस पे नहीं है। इसको हम फर्दर देखते हैं। ये अब देखें, और यहाँ पे क्लियर हो रहा होगा आपको। ये देखें, अब ये उस पे सपोर्टेड है, और ये देखें गैप है। अब ये फुली इस पे एक तो है नहीं है, और जो इस पे है वो भी इसके एज पे है लोड, और यहाँ से यहाँ। तो ये चीजें, अब अगर आधी इंच भी ये टूट जाता है, यहाँ तो है थोड़ा आ रहा है उससे, लेकिन इसको किसी भी तरह अगर जर्क लोड लगता है तो कपलर तो ये तोड़ देगी। जर्क लोड जो है
जी
ना, वो
जी।
हमेशा ज्यादा लगता है। देखिए, अब हम स्काफोल्ड इसमें फॉल प्रोटेक्शन में भी 5,000 पाउंड लेते हैं, बंदा तो 5,000 का नहीं होता। वो जर्क लोड बड़ी डेंजरस चीज होती है। तो ऐसी चीजें हमें जो है वो देखनी पड़ती है। सिमिलरली ये दूसरी आप देख लें ऑब्जर्वेशन में, ये एक बड़ी अप्रोप्रिएट एग्जांपल है ये इसकी, क्या कहते हैं इसको, डैमेज।
डैमेज।
अब ये ग्राइंडर के कट लगे हुए हैं इसको, ठीक है जी। वो कि मुझे कोई बेस प्लेट भी टेढ़ी सी लग रही है, 12, शायद ऐसे ना लगे, और पतली भी बड़ी लग रही है, इसकी एटलीस्ट थिकनेस 6 mm होती है, तो ये कट लगा हो। So just I will repeat it once again in the picture just we have looked at. You can see here uh, what we called it, the kick lift is supported our foundation. This is an inappropriate foundation, should not be. One thing, if it will, in any case, if it is damaging, it will certainly come down. If it will break, if the foundation will give way, it will have a jerk. That jerk can break the coupler, even the foundation one, and then anything else. Jerk load is always more than the bearing capacity. Mostly the things they fail due to overload because of the jerk loads. Similarly, we looked at the base that still it is at the gap. Even the full tube is not sitting on the base. It's a partially edge, or maybe from other side. As I remember, from other side it was touching. I didn't take picture from that side, but still it's touching. And again, somewhere we have a little bit relaxation, so we use cameras. Otherwise, I don't agree with this thing. It was the remote areas, so we can say we were given a relaxation, so we can stay in those harsh areas. Okay, again, this is a damaged scaffold material which is used. Moving further, the ground or floor on which a scaffolding stand shall be carefully examined for its load-bearing capacity. Sand or made-up ground fill may need compaction to ensure there are no cavities. Bases such as floor, roof, etc. may need shoring from underneath. If we provide shoring to any roof, any floor, if we provided shoring beneath when we are installing scaffold over that, how we will refer to that? What will be the name of that shoring? किसी भी रूफ पे, छत पे अगर हम स्काफोल्ड बना रहे हैं, उसको नीचे से हम शोरिंग देंगे, नीचे से उसको सपोर्ट देंगे, उस शोरिंग को हम क्या नाम देंगे या क्या नाम दिया जाता है?
false shoring.
Appreciated, we refer to as false work, okay, or false shoring. Appreciated. Moving further, timber sill sole board at least to 25 mm, 9 inches wide by 38 mm, 1.5 inch thick shall be used to support the load on the sand, made up ground, asphalt pavement, wooden floors wooden floor and other soft or slippery surfaces. Whenever such conditions, slippery, softness, it comes, we have to provide a sill board or sole board we can refer to, 9 by 30, 9 inches by 1.5 inch, 1.5 thick, 9 width. Picture we will look at timber sills shall also be used where base plates may be exposed to corrosive materials. Scaffold plank shall not be used as sills. Okay. Again, sometimes people say we are using this one as a base sill board. Later on, we will not use them our in platform. If you are going to, you have to mark them in a way. It should not be. But again, it's a unhealthy practice. It's not a good practice because the standard requires us to have a timber sills. So we prefer to have the wooden one. In case someone is using, they clearly should be marked to reduce any chance of. Again, it's not a standard requirement, but few things they become practice. Not a good practice, but practice in industry. This is what we are looking at. 2 posts, they are above a sill board, wooden sill board, 9 inch wide, 1.5 inch thick. The ground beneath sill shall be leveled and compacted. Again, should not be loose. Means to say it's not our loose. If there is a sand, we put sill board and on itself, the soil should be able to hold the load without settling or displacement. But definitely, when it will be the only pipe or the base plate, the load will be a pointed load or a concentrated load. So we use the sill to distribute it here, there. Ground beneath shall be leveled and compact. A sill shall extend under at least 2 posts. Our standards, okay, unless that is not feasible because of uneven or sloping ground. In this case, sill under individual post standard shall be at least 765 mm or 30 inches long, at least. Width will be the 9 and 1.5. Length we have to get at least 30 inches if we are using it under one section. So a little bit we are behind than the schedule, the plan. But I think we can close it here or okay, what do you think? I think we should close it here today for today. Because our time is there. Okay, so we will do just a short housekeeping. For tomorrow, we have an off day. So
Okay, sir. So day after tomorrow, class, huh?
Day after tomorrow, no, we will be again, inshallah, on time. You will be provided with the link for further meeting. inshallah,
Okay, sir.
afternoon of the Friday. You will receive that. Again, our time will be from 8 to 1 for the session, 8:30 to 10 for the session, and 8:15 for the exam. 8:15 for the exam, and for the session, again, 8:30 to 10 o'clock, inshallah. So,
Okay, sir. Thank you.
once again, as it's not directly a commercial approach, so I will appreciate if you will have any type of question, anything. If you think it's still not clear, mention it directly in the group, through the WhatsApp group, or you can send personal message. The purpose is I will try my best to explain these things for you, and purpose is that you must get benefit from it as learning at least. That will be inshallah helpful in your professional career. But I don't want to keep any doubt after all this one. If there will be doubt, so it will not be a good thing. If you have any session related to training approach, delivery, timing of this presentation, anything, kindly feel free to contact. So, hoping for a good Friday, happy weekend. Inshallah, we'll see you Friday
Thank you, sir.
at 15, inshallah. Thank you, everyone.
Okay.
Thank you for your time. Thank you for your effort. May Allah keep His blessings upon every one of us.
Same to you. Ameen, Shamani.